Welcome all to one more session on lean in RCM. Right. Today also we are going to discuss about how we are going to use the lean in our denial management. Okay, if you look into the denial management side of it, right, we are covering majority of the major denial we already covered. These are all the leftover denials. Okay, usually we will not give much importance to these kind of denials, but we want to cover it that also, right? That's a point. And now what we are going to do here is, so we'll start with the timber, okay, which is very important in the lean management, right? It talks about the timber transportation, inventory, motion, waiting, overproduction, over processing, and the defects. Okay, you have to understand this thoroughly and make your team to understand this thoroughly. If you know this, I think lean will become easy for you, right? That will become a daily parts and parcel of your operation vertical. So you understand this thoroughly, and we already have some videos placed on the timber separately in our previous videos. Please go there and then check that. And the same thing we discuss about the pre-billing order, right? How we are going to implement the lean. It's mainly based on the pre-billing audit review. Okay, how we are going to do the pre-billing, how to create SOP. That is also we covered in the previous videos. Please go through that. Okay. So today what we are going to do is very, very simple denial. Okay, mostly if you are going to have shortage of your workforce, right? Usually these denial will get skipped. Okay, we won't care about this particular denial. But when you are going to work for an individual doctor, okay, this denial play a major role. Okay, that's the reason I don't want to miss it. I want to cover that also, so that we will know that what we are discussing and how we are going to handle this particular denial. So it's a claim denied for a primary paid max, right? We will call it as a PP max. It is a very simple denial, right? What we used to do, these are all fall under the category of less than $100, right? When you have a critical workforce, which is going to concentrate on the high dollar account, this usually will get skipped. So now we are taking this also the revenue, right? It's not a $0. There is a revenue available here.
Yes,
How we are going to trap it?
yes,
That's what we are going to discuss today.
yeah,
See, what we need to
yeah.
do, you have to check the EOB and then understand what is your denial code for that. Okay. So let me open this. You have only two codes for this, 94 and 23. These two codes are the PP Max codes. And whenever you get these codes, what you need to do is you check the primary first paid or not. That's the first thing. Okay, before primary paid, you may get a EOB from secondary that will trigger you, but confirm whether you receive a payment from the primary. And second one, check the primary allowed amount. Okay, how much is the allowed amount by the primary insurance? And whenever you get a secondary insurance getting denied as a PP max, usually secondary will deny or tertiary will deny as a PP max, primary paid max. In that scenario, take the CPT code and then check what is the allowed amount by the secondary. And if your allowed amount is, see, for example, you check what is the total allowed amount, it's already covered by primary, then the secondary insurance will not pay. So in that scenario, what you need to do, you have to check the secondary insurance type. This is very important. Okay, is it a federal insurance or it is a commercial? If it is a federal and you cannot bill the patient, you have to adjust it. If it is a commercial, you can bill the patient. So we'll come in this order. Say, for example, I'm billing the claim first primary as a Medicare and secondary as a Medicaid. So in this combination, Medicaid is your government payer, that's a federal payer, and you cannot bill the patient, you have to adjust, no other option. For example, secondary, I'm billing with the UHC, and UHC says primary is paid more. If UHC is not going to pay, then patient is responsible. Obviously, you can bill the patient first. So this is the flow of the PP max, right? So what is a lean methodology we can incorporate? See, the point here is putting an AR resource in this particular one is become a very costlier affair, right? You won't get the ROI of the AR salary and what you're going to collect from this particular denial. So what we can do in a lean? See, in the lean way, what do you need to do? You prepare the secondary federal fee schedule. So usually what we can do, if your practice have Medicaid is a major secondary, what do you need to do? You download the Medicaid fee schedule and these fee schedule, give it to the posting team, right? These work can be completed by your posters itself, right? By payment posting team itself can complete.
Payment posting.
Yeah. So now what they need to do, they confirm the primary paid more than secondary. In that, what they need to do is the posting team need to adjust if the fee schedule is lesser than the primary pay. So your problem solved by the payment poster itself. And confirm, see, for example, if bill the patient for the balance if it is a commercial insurance. Okay, and then check that how we are going to collect it. See, for example, if it is a commercial insurance, and every time we cannot go and then bill the patient, you can call the payer and then check it why they are not paying, right? So why they are keeping a fed, the allowed amount is very low compared to this. Okay, sometime what happens is their system problem and other thing we need to ask the AR team to go back and then fix it if any underpays. See, for example, primary is paying low, right? Or the secondary is considering that as a payment is more. So in that scenario, you may require AR, but mostly you can cover this with the posting team itself, right? This is the way we are going to close this particular denial when it is coming to the PP max, which does not going to give you major revenue, but we don't want to lose the revenue. Okay, this about this particular week discussion. We will connect